We have the opportunity to check out the brand new Grand Reef here at Discovery Cove. And Denise, this is pretty much replaced the old style, right?
Yes, yes. We took the great things that we had from the old one, and then the things that we had the comments from people that, you know, we wanted to change a little bit, and we put it all together to try to make the best.
And now, compared to the other reef, how much bigger and what else can we expect from this that was different from the other ones?
Size-wise, you're looking at fairly similar, but what's so different about this one is you get a multi-level experience. In the old reef, as you know, I believe you swam in there before.
Yeah, definitely.
Pretty much everything you do, you had to get wet. And those people that were maybe a little timid about getting too deep, they never saw the sharks, and they never really got to experience some of the aspects of it. So in here, we've shallowed up a lot of this area, so everyone can just wade around here. You can walk up on beaches and bridges, which is a great thing. If you walk up on those bridges over there, you can look down on the sharks. So you can see the sharks from the top. You can go around to a window that you can actually wade up to about 4 feet of water or so and look in the water right there without actually swimming. You can go around a corner to a deeper window to see the sharks. And once we get Sea Venture completely up and running, then we're going to have guests in our Sea Venture program over here where you're going to put on a helmet and you're going to be underwater. So completely different level that we didn't have before. Where you're underwater and you walk up the shark window, you walk around, get some different animal encounters.
Now, how is that going to work? Because, you know, I have done regular scuba diving before, but Sea Venture is just completely different. You said you're going to be able to walk up. Are you weighted down like you normally would?
You're going to wear a helmet.
Okay.
So it's, in some ways it's similar to your scuba diving experience, but in other ways it's kind of completely different. You've got a big helmet on your head, and you can breathe normally. You can talk. You can wear your glasses if you want. And then you're just walking around, and the helmet itself is weighting you down. Because the helmet weighs about 72 pounds above water, but then once you get in the water, it's about 15 pounds, so it's pretty comfortable. So once you get down, you're walking, and you kind of feel like you're walking on the moon. It's just kind of that weightless, almost weightless feeling. And you walk with your group, and then you've got some guides, and they're doing all kinds of different interactions with you, with the animals, and just making it a fun experience.
That is awesome. The one thing that was, like you said, very cool before, you had a small window with the sharks. This time you actually have a huge, big ass window, let's just say that you can actually walk up to. Why not be able to swim with the sharks?
Well, even though our shark species are a docile species, we still, just for the safety of the people, you know, sharks need to be respected.
Yes.
You have to respect them for what they can do. As I said, all of ours are docile, but they're sharks. Sharks have teeth. And we do get in the water with them all the time, but with the guests, they may not know the safe distances to be from sharks, and so it's
all
just
the warning signs and things like that.
And then if we were to just have sharks out here swimming around in here, after a while we wouldn't have any fish. So you know, we got to have that balance too, where we can have predators and prey living in the same area and still keep them all.
Okay, well, since we talked a little bit about the sharks, what about the different animals? What kind of different animals do we have here?
Well, I mentioned the shark area, but we also have a lionfish area, which is something completely new. This dock right here, you see, just looks like a regular dock, but if you swim up to it, you're going to see that there's a window and you're looking in on lionfish.
Very nice.
And if you go all the way to the far side by that lifeguard stand, you swim under the water right there, you're going to come up close and personal with eels.
Ooh.
Eels and some triggerfish, actually.
Nice, very cool.
You got a nice big triggerfish, and a lot of different species of eels. So you'll see spots and honeycombs, all kinds of different designs on them.
And what were some of the challenges going into this, as far as like what type of fish to put out with people, what type of fish to keep behind glass? I mean, naturally you don't want lionfish swimming around.
Yeah.
You don't want the eels swimming around. I've had some dealing with those on the reefs, but besides that, what other types of fish do you have, and what kind of decision went into that?
Well, we learned a lot from our old reef, so we knew what kind of worked there, but we wanted to, of course, make some different decisions with fish. So we'll have the fish from the old reef, and we also have added a lot of different species, a lot of more butterflies than we had before. Butterflies, nice pure diver, you know, real pretty colorful reef fish. So with our removable corals that we have, then we can have a lot of different butterflies going in and out. We've got, we'll have a lot of different tang species like we had before, some different angels we didn't have before. So a lot of the same, but adding to that.
Very good.
So we of course have to look at which ones get along well, community fish and all that. Like you said, the predator-prey thing, we have to be careful with that. And our lionfish, conservation message with the lionfish that we have in here is lionfish, I don't know if you're aware, have invaded
much of Florida.
Yes, Florida, and actually they're heading up the East Coast as well. Being an invasive species, they have no predators in the Atlantic waters, and they are such voracious eaters and predators, so they're really taking the spaces of other fish and eating a lot of other native species. So it's encouraged actually to remove lionfish from the reefs, and the ways of removing them that they recommend are not ways that the fish are going to make it.
Right.
So.
Well, I know down south in South Florida, around the Keys, they're eating them now.
Yes, I've heard they've got cookbooks on how to eat lionfish now. That's what I've heard. I haven't tried one yet. But.
And we're not going to try these.
Yes, we are not. And the lionfish that we have in here have all come from the Caribbean. So we made sure we wanted to help the environment. So the people that our sources that we get our fish from, we said, we want Caribbean ones. We want to help out the reefs, do our part in that way.
Very good. Let's see. And of course, nothing has changed as far as the dolphins. Everybody can still swim with the dolphins and learn all kinds of cool stuff about the dolphins.
Yes, we still have our dolphin swims. We still have our aviary with all the beautiful birds in there where you can hand feed. Still have our great river where you can just float around and relax in a little bit warmer water. And of course our beautiful white sand beaches.
And I like this now, everything's kind of more spread out. You have the Grand Reef here, you have the river over there and the aviary. So
I mean the park itself is larger now.
Yeah, much larger, and everything doesn't seem as crowded. I mean, we were told that it's near capacity today. You can go.
Yeah, about 10 o'clock this morning, I think you could walk across the people.
Really?
But I think they just opened the gates and said the Grand Reef is open, and I'm pretty sure it must have been a ghost town the rest of the park. But now it seems like we've stabilized out to a really nice number here, and I do like that. Yeah, we're more spread out, and
cool.
So many different explorations. You can
Sunscreen
find
in my eye. But okay, so one last thing. What are some tips that you have for people who might want to come and enjoy the park? What are some of the tips, the must-sees, the must-dos, the don't-dos?
Well, I would say if you're going to come into the Grand Reef, just have an open mind, be ready to just jump in. Some people are going to be timid, but remember, it is safe. Everything in here is safe. If you're not comfortable swimming, we do have lifeguards everywhere. We have life vests, so we can make sure that you're safe. Yes,
wear the wetsuits.
Yeah.
It's cold.
Yeah, I definitely recommend wearing a wetsuit. A lot of people like the vest. I like wetsuits. And then just take the time to explore it and just go around and find all the animals and see, make sure you see everything that's out here, or the bridges, and you just got to make sure you take the time and see everything, not just walk in and then walk out. There's so much out there.